Hello everybody, Mr. Rome here. Welcome back to the Insula Populi Megacampaign in Europa Universalis 4. In the last episode, we fought our war with the Iroquois, and were able to get enough war score to get the 3 provinces that I wanted, so I basically cut bait on that one and just took what I could get, which is perfectly fine. And then we fought a war with the Eastern Roman Empire, and with their allies, and it was just causing some trouble. It wasn't looking like I was gonna get too much out of it. So again, I took the province that I claimed, plus I forced them to break their treaty with England, which should hopefully make them a little bit more vulnerable in the future. So we're gonna wait till our truce expires in 1582, and then we're going to deal with that. We are still working on rebuilding the fleet, because our fleet got just absolutely destroyed. I probably need to build an even more fleet. What is my naval force limit? A lot. I can build 30 more ships. Alright, well, we'll think about that. I also need a bigger army. A much bigger army. So we're going to work on that. And we're working in the Caribbean colonies, and I realized or noticed that I left some troops sitting on some transports there off the coast of Aruba, so we'll deal with that. Alright, the political marriage is as much a union. The Chiritanus family expects that the Empress will heed the advice of the Prince Consort and actively look after their and her interests. We can gain a little corruption, that's no big deal. I have an available colonist. So there is another coastal center of trade over there in Havana. Yeah, that's Havana. So yeah, I want to keep an army up there, just in case. So I'm going to split this army. Let's send the colonists. Marital Bliss. I will take the ducats. We're being called to arms by Heaves, requesting that you come to their aid in the heaving conquest of Brandenburg against Saxony and Finland. Okay. This is Finland, apparently. This is a war that they have started. Saxony is guaranteed by Lugia. This is a war that they have started. Finland is subject to Saxony and will protect them. This seems like a giant mess. I would really prefer not to lose an ally. What are you doing? But I really don't want to get involved in a war with Lugia. I think Lugia is a much more valuable ally to try to keep. So we're going to decline. Okay. Oh, yeah. And one other thing that I noticed is that Creek will ally with us. Even though I do want their province here, I will form that alliance. Because I do need an alliance in the New World. And I broke the alliance with Wenro because they were getting themselves involved in a war I didn't want to participate in. So... Alright, so we need to build the army up. We don't have a lot of force limits, so we're going to need to build a lot of regimental camps. And I'm not even going to worry about how many. We're just going to build as many as we can. And we currently have a force limit of... So we can make 5 more armies. Alright, well let's start training up. One infantry. And then we'll get the rest of them. East Franconia is preparing to attack Heaves in a war of aggression. Right, because they lost their alliance with us because they were dumb. Alright, we're done improving relations with the Wenro Federation, so we'll go ahead and recall the diplomats. Well, we're in the positive, so that's something. So, if we lose that recently dishonored alliance, we might be able to reform it. We can enact a government reform. Is there an actual new reform we can enact? Yes. Reinforce speed, national supply limit, reinforce costs. Artillery costs, fort defense, land attrition, regimental drill losses, morale of navies, national sailors modifier, marines force limits, no. Mercenary leadership, mercenary cost. We're not going to be doing mercenaries. At least, I don't want to be doing mercenaries. Cavalry warfare. Cavalry costs, cavalry to infantry ratio, plus 10%. You know, I think we're going to take this organized military staff. All right. What we might do is just go ahead and build out an army. Alright, some truces have expired. We got the core. With the union of Aragarina the First and Oristos, we have gained not only a spouse, but also a new ally in the realm. Missionaries unable to get the province. Okay, well, I'll do a different one then. Stability drop. We have a new empress. We have a new heir to the throne. And we have our heir is Orisos and our prince is Orisos. Oh, that makes sense. We have a junior, I guess. An infant. Okay, very good. I can do 5 more. Optimism. Monthly war exhaustion. Monthly splendor. We have a rebel uprising. Scythian separatists. No, I don't want to spend the power. We'll just squish them when they pop up. Alright. Manel, Palafox, and the Gallo-Nantesian people. Manel Palafox is a powerful landowner and political influencer among our Gallo-Nantesian subjects, and we have long had a working relationship with him. He has always been quick to know what it is that the state needs and what it could perhaps do for him in return. His name is often mentioned when discussing candidates for the Council of State. Well, he would in many ways be a good fit for such a position. It would undoubtedly also greatly increase the influence of an already powerful man and his clients. We lose prestige. We get an advisor in the courts. Loire Valley gets influential power holder, local development cost, local tax modifier, local manpower modifier. Yeah, we'll keep him where he is. Alright. The growth of a colony in Aruba has always been closely associated with the natural harbor in the area, and over time, the province has come to act as something of a local trade hub. That's the whole point. As the settlement has grown, so has the importance of its port. The settlement has come to act as the entrepot for the entire region, and foreign as well as local traders all go there to conduct their trade. Center of trade level in Aruba has increased by 1. Jamaica is producing cotton. East Franconia has declared war on Hebes. Yep. Alright, the sweating sickness spreads through Majorca. It was a stability point. We're already down a stability point. I have the diplomatic power. And I would rather lose that than a stability point or a giant pile of ducats. Alright, Havana is producing tobacco. England has declared war on Demonia. Not entirely surprising. I think England is going to go work on absorbing all of it. Let's start putting a spy network in Scythian Egypt. Who are you a subject of? Oh, it's the Scythian Revolt. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's build a spy network. We might want to start growing along the African coast here. Alright, we need to build more regimental camps. We're still building ships? Yeah, we're still building ships. A transport. We don't need that transport. Oof, that was not a good roll. Yeah, get rid of that. We already have enough transports. We don't need more. Nobles demand old rights. The nobility still recall the days when the Empress was just the first among many nobles. We'll lose the government reform progress. That's fine. It's clear the Pope is no longer infallible. He has proclaimed that the colonial Caribbean is to be the sole domain of England. That ain't happening. I mean, do I really need a leader down there? Probably not, actually. And I could go over force limit. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. You need a leader. No? That was a weird name. These rebels are followers of the something or another. New level of army professionalism. And has increased oh no, we got those camps built. So yeah, we have 3 more. Let's put in some more cannon. Actually, let's not drill right now. Because we have rebels. The tobacco production in one of our colonies is coming to focus. Yeah, tax it. Alright, Havana's port has grown. At least as long as we have these rebels coming, we're gonna go ahead. Local fortification expert discovered. Joins our courts. Local defensiveness, we'll keep them there. Yep, Heaves is not doing so well. Alright. Jamaica is now self-sustaining. So, this colonist is gonna head to Cuba? Yeah, we're gonna head to Cuba, I think. Unless there are any other centers of coastal trade not in the Caribbean trade node. So we're just gonna grab as much as we can. Alright. Expanded policies. We get a free policy. We can call a diet. Infantry combat ability. Can we still add more? Enacting benign neglect will raise our policy cost to 0 diplomatic power each month. Okay. Then let's go with weapon quality standards. Oh, that did. Okay, looks like we can enact all of those. Alright, our colony in Havana is self-sustaining. Alright, some of the diets. Clergy request we fund the construction of a new textile manufactory. They claim they'll be highly profitable investments. The nobles want to conquer stuff. Our settlers in Havana report a thriving colony and a land that is ripe for further settlement. Birders request we send colonists to claim the rest of West Cuba for Iberia. Yeah, we're gonna do that. At least we're going to try anyway. Alright. Let's get more of those camps built. Alright. To our surprise, many members of the Taino tribe have chosen to adopt our language and etiquette. Alright. We've adapted our culture. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's this? England has declared war on Lugia. This is a defensive war. England is allied with Galenta and East Franconia. Really? They're allied with East Franconia? Oh my goodness, that's a massive problem. 103,000 troops. 141,000 troops. You have 76,000 troops. I have 132,000 troops. Do you have... And most of your army is sitting there fighting in heaves, and you have almost no manpower reserves. You are going to get your butt kicked, and then I am going to get my butt kicked. So no. They have high liberty desire. Customize subject? Oh. Spend 25 admin power to decrease a terrace by 5%. Currently worth nothing. This will decrease Potomac Liberty Desire by 5%. There it is. There's Liberty Desire. Okay. Well, we can reduce that. This is why we need to continue building up our army, because, yeah, that's a war that just isn't going to happen. Alright, we had a neighbor uprising. It's been dealt with. We still have that truce, right? No. No, we would be breaking a truce. Okay, Eastern Roman Empire. Okay. April. Okay, it is not quite April yet. There we go. There's all the truces expiring. Okay. So, we could go to war with the Eastern Roman Empire. Galenta is involved in a war with Lugia, right? Both Dumonia and Lugia. So they're a little busy. I guarantee you they will come to me, because that's just what the AI will do. What is our force limit? Are we still building those regimental camps? We are still building those regimental camps. We have a revolt. Our citizens are revolting. He's asking us to give them 296 ducats in exchange for favors. No. No, you made your bed. You can intervene in wars between great powers. They have Bajarma land. Oh, really? No. I do need to find some new allies, because right now we're down to just Creek and Elkhanate, which does make us more vulnerable. Yeah, they declared us a rival, so that's not a thing. Ah, you will take an alliance. The Senegambian Empire. You know what? Welcome aboard. Alliance is breaking. Really? I mean, I just formed it. I mean, I literally just formed it. Alright, well, we're going to end the episode here. I'm probably going to grab claims in both locations. And then I gotta decide which we're gonna hit first. Now, how you have 102,000 troops? Alright. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop here, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you next time.